Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Couple of quick clarifications. Number one, I am trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below in the description area to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk you through the futures market, how it works, and all that. And futures are amazing. One and quick example, if you are a day trader in stocks or options and you are annoyed and suffering under the pattern day trading rule, in the world of futures, there is zero pattern day trading rule. You can day trade as much as you want. And then also, I am trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? All that is at the link that you see there on the screen. I'll also put it down below. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to put very little of your money at risk, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So like I said, that's just a nutshell version. If you do want to learn more, though, then check out that link that you see on your screen, or like I said, down below. So I will go ahead and pause the screen recording software for now, and I'll be back as soon as I find a potential trade. Okay, I have an order up there for a quick little scalp at that red line. See, and I'm in and out for a quick little $60. I should note that I did make a couple of trades beforehand. Futures market, the other nice thing about it, it's open pretty much around the clock. So these are trades just from another time during the session, but nothing huge at all. So there we go, getting started. And I will look again at that area for another little scalp if it wants to push up there. But quite the strong move here. All right, I will pause, but starting off the day with, like I said, quick scalp. All right, have another order up there for a quick little scalp. Move it up a little bit more now. See if it wants to get up there. It pulls back. All right, I'll pause. All right, I have an order to pick up just one micro. Want some flexibility. I'm looking and willing to add more. Well, guess my order point was down a little too far. As it did come down, it did bounce, but did not quite come down far enough. All right, I'll pause. All right, I am on another account, and that's the nice thing about prop firms is you can trade multiple accounts, so that's why all these are back to zero. Again, prop firms have a lot of interesting aspects and aspects that I think make them quite unique and quite beneficial. One of those being you can get several accounts at once. So that's what's going on here. Looking to potentially play. I'll move back to the upside. I'm willing to buy some more, but if this wants to push here, see if it does. Very nice. So $330 on that one. I will take it. All right, I'll pause. All right, I have an order to get short at that red line here. No, that's stupid. That's a stupid order. I think probably looking to play a breakout here, but that also seems like chasing at this point, so I'll have to just sit back. Hop over here to the micros. Try to build a little bit of position there. 5-minute time frames at an interesting spot. Watching. All right, I'll pause. Have an order to get long there at that green line. Just one micro. Trying to give myself some flexibility here. Gonna move it down now a little bit. down some more. I'm going to pick one up right there. Just one micro. There we go. Very nice. So it took off a quick scalp on that one. In hindsight, I wish I'd have went like 10 minis, but that's hindsight trading for you. So I did have that order down here because I was wanting to, pick up another one, but after you saw, I got in and then I quickly spiked in my favor. So that's always a trade-off. I'm erring on the side of I want flexibility, but had I gone all in right there, max position size, then yeah, that would have been a very quick, very nice payday. But the problem is, had it continued to come down, I would have had zero flexibility in the trade. So I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that's where the market, there's always a trade-off. And in this situation, I was willing to take lesser gains right off the get-go if I was correct, which I was, but I wanted that flexibility. All right, I will pause. All right, looking to potentially buy this pullback here. Wait, never mind. There is news in 4 minutes, so I'm just going to wait for that to pass. Never mind. All right, going to get short here if it pushes down through that trend line that it's knocking on the door of. In. With 3 micros. So nothing huge. Yeah. Have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Yep, my timing was off. When I got in, I thought that would be the break. And then I gave it a couple more moments. You saw it kept knocking its head on the, bumping its head on the door, if you will. It will not quite go, but yeah. Had I waited just 5 seconds later, then some of those bumps wouldn't have even happened while I was in the trade. And it would have been okay, but yeah, timing was just slightly off on that one. Oh well, it happens. I'll pause. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my first allotment there. Got an NQ. So I took out a scalp on that one. Not the greatest entry point. And I say that because I told myself, let's wait for this trend line here on the 5 minute. And you can see here that the price never even hit that yellow line there. So I did not wait, which is what had me a little happy on the trigger finger. So yes, it was a profitable trade, but no, not the bummer. And it would have been fine, but so I mean, in a weird way, it was a good trade. I'm glad I didn't listen to myself because I would have missed out on a winning trade because it never went that far before bouncing. So in that way, it was good, but this is like a deep philosophical question. But is that actually good? Because I technically broke the rules by not waiting for what I said I would wait for. So yes, by not waiting, that was a good decision because I did make money on it. But I don't know, is that actually a good decision? So let me know your deep Aristotle thoughts in the comments section. We got to talk some trading philosophy here on that one. All right, I'll pause. All right, we have a hammerhead set up here. A tad bit late, but let's see if it wants to give me another chance. All right, I'll pause. Well, I had that trend line in there. Did not trust it. It being the the breakdown of it. Should have trusted it, would have been just fine, but I didn't. So it is what it is. And now this thing is just kind of giving back all its gains. We'll see if it maybe wants to do some sort of back test up here. Maybe I'd be interested in a short, but we'll see if it wants to move back up. Okay, here is that potential back test that I was referring to. In there. Oh, for another quick scalp. Very good. I can always try that again. I will pause. And on that note, it is 10:15 a.m. Eastern time, so about 45 minutes in, I'm up about 310 in this account with commissions. Let's just call it 290. I don't know. And then in my other account, like I said earlier, the nice thing about prop firms is you can have multiple accounts. And then in this one, up 330. So 290, we'll call this one about 600 on the day. So 600 on the day within 45 minutes, I'll take it. I'm not a greedy savage. And I'll just move on with my day. And we'll see what else happens. But for this, like I said, I am all set. I'm not a greedy savage. I'm not sure of many places in the world where in that amount of time, 45 minutes, you can have what I find to be a respectable gain. So that is all I have. I'm going to call it good. But before I officially go, I do want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you're interested in learning more about the tools I'm using, how I build consistency and manage risk, and just making sure you have the proper framework as a trader. A lot of people show up and they think they're doing things the right way, but they're actually not. So if you just want to make sure they have the right guardrails in place and the proper perspective and, like I said, framework, then this free webinar will definitely help you out in several different ways. So go to that link on the screen there, claytrader.com/live, or I'll put it down in the description area and you can learn when the next live class is. So thanks for watching. As always, if you like these in live trade videos, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're looking for a very easy way to support the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Take care.